Okay, wow. Hi guys. Wow. It's been a minute, longer than a minute. I'm being dramatic. It's been a while. It's good to be back. It's good to be sitting in front of a camera right now. I just wanted to come on here and kind of check in. Yeah, so the last few months have been, I don't even know how to, I guess like the most challenging of my life, just like within myself and like my self-worth. I know it's was really early to go on a, hiatus for a YouTube channel, but like, when life hits you, it just like happens. But yeah, so I am finally at the point where I think I can come back and start doing this fun hobby that I love. Sadly, the past few months I just haven't had the motivation to get up and do anything, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to go into much detail. And, I hate even coming on here and, like, talking about what I'm going through, because I know so many people that I know and, like, are going through something so much worse. But we all go through pain. I think we all go through that no matter what, like, level it's at. It's still pain. We still experience it. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but if you know cancers, we cry all the time. So I'm not going to, though. So I don't even know where to start. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna go into deep details. But once I launched this channel, I had such a great outpour of love from the people that I know from back home to even like complete strangers that found me on YouTube or that follow me on Instagram. And at the end of the day, that's what I think of. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like people are telling me to come back every single day and make new videos and post new videos and post new looks. And it hurts me because I'm just like, man, I do have people that actually like care and support me and like seeing what I'm doing in life. But yeah, so I mean, a lot has been going on. I am 22. I turned 22 in July, so that was kind of a like slap in the face, like exciting, but also like, girl, what are you doing with your life? You need to figure it out. You're getting old. I know that's not old, but like, you guys know what I mean. You just like hit this point and everybody's having children or they're graduating college and people are just going on with their lives, and so you're like wondering like, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Where should I be at? Do I need to be on the timeline that all these other people are at? But I think it's grasping the reality of like yourself and your timeline and your path doesn't have to follow the same as everybody else is around you. And I think it's taken me several years. I wouldn't even say just these past few months I realized that. It's taken me years to realize that what I want to do is hard, and it's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot of hard work. So something in me one day just said, you know what, get your ass up, get out of bed, and get it done. Like, that's all you have. You can't sulk anymore. So yeah, it was, after that, it was kind of like a snowball effect. I had to remove, somebody that I would, sorry, somebody that I would consider somebody that I would consider a one of my best friends, was one of my best friends, I thought was one of my best friends. And we went through something about a year ago that ended our friendship. Again, I'm not going to go into detail, but I was going through a really rough part of my life last year, because I got wrapped up in a relationship that was not healthy for me, was not healthy for the people around me. I started turning ugly to the people around me. And when you have something like that take over your life, it affects the people around you, and, you know, I understand that. We recently became rekindled earlier this year and began our friendship again. We both moved to the same city, and we were inseparable. There wasn't a day that if we weren't together, we were FaceTiming. I became really close with her family, her kids. And there just comes a point that I've been, you know, I wouldn't say replaceable, but non-existent in my past friends and my current friends' life. I feel like, you know, in my relationships, no matter what, if it's, you know, an intimate, emotional relationship, a friendship, my family, even to my coworkers in my everyday life, like, I give 110%. And I'm at the point in my life where I don't have the time for people that aren't going to reciprocate that back. I'm a lover. I'm very emotional. I give my all. I put it all out there. So when you realize that to that person that you don't matter like that, like you love that person and they don't love you back like that, it hurts. And I've been through it with my past few best friends. I would say over the last 10 years, it's just, I'm not having luck, and I don't know if it's me. And I think that is the hardest part, is try not to blame myself for things like this. And it's so hard to cut people off, you know? But there just comes a point when somebody hurts you so much that you just have to completely cut them out of your lives. And that doesn't matter if it's a friendship, a relationship, even family. I'm sorry. So I think that this friendship ending for me spiraled into everybody in my life that has easily just thrown me away or not given effort. So after that all happened, I don't even know if I should say this, and I probably should ask permission to my mother before I post it. But my parents have officially split up, and this hit at a time where I was not healthy. I was not functioning, really. I was going to work and coming home and going to sleep and going back to work. It was an endless cycle. No life out of the work balance. There's no balance with it. So when this happened, this has been an ongoing thing, but when it becomes real, when it becomes official, it just rips you apart, and it's what's for the best. I've been telling them for years that that's what needs to happen. That's what would be healthy for our family, for them as individuals. They just need to grow apart and heal, and find themselves and focus on themselves. It's real, and and I think it's selfish to say that it's memories ripped apart, because it's not, because the memories will always be there. It's just that they're never going to happen as a whole again. I'm so sorry. I literally said I wasn't gonna cry. Just coming to grasp with all this. Finally just sitting down and accepting that this is what's been happening to me. Speaking about my pain, this is the first time I've said any of this out loud. It's so hard when you feel like you have no one to talk to. And of course I have friends. I don't want anybody to think that I do consider a friend that you are not. I'm not saying that you are not there for me. I'm not saying you're always going to be here for me, because some of you out there are amazing, and I thank you so much for that. It's just that now I feel like, and I've worked so long to try not to close myself off, because that's what I do. I shut people out immediately when I'm hurt, when I'm upset, when I'm mad. I shut people out and I don't talk to them. And I've worked so hard to try to be an open person and always speak about my feelings. And so when this happens to you, it's like I went back into this shell, and I've just been in this ongoing shell for the past 2-3 months. One more thing that I really don't want to talk about, and I probably should get permission to talk about this too before I post. But after my parents split up, I guess at the same time, my half-brother that I've been trying to get in contact with since I was, I want to say 12, 13, came back into my life, and I knew him when I was little. Things between him and my dad that I will never know, I'm sure. I don't need to know. Happened, and I haven't seen him since I was about 7 years old. So when you try to reach out to someone for years and years and years, after not seeing your brother for 16 years, I think that's a big reason why I've always felt like people don't want anything to do with me. People don't want me in their life, because a big piece that I feel like I've been missing out of my life wasn't there. And so when all this was happening, I finally got to, meet him. Of course I knew him when I was younger, but I finally got to get in contact with him, and I got to talk to him and hang out with him for a few hours. And the moment that I thought would be so exciting and, reuniting and didn't turn out to be like that. And I think that's what hurts me the most about that is I think it came with more hurt. That when I hugged him, he, asked how I'm doing. Like, I look so gray, I look so old. I've grown up so much. The one question I wanted to ask him was why? Why did you never reach out? Why did you never want to be a part of my life? Because I wanted him to be a part of mine. And I think that's what hurts the most is I don't know how he's ever gonna feel. I feel like I'm so old now. I moved past that. I moved away. Like, if I lived there, if I lived back home, maybe it'd be easier. Maybe I could rekindle a relationship with him. But it just hurts so bad. And I truly do love him. And I wish that things were different. I'm so sorry for getting on here. You guys did not subscribe to this channel to see me cry. So, it's a lot of things piled up. I didn't want to share too much with you guys, but I did want to let you know and be personable and open with you about what has been going on in my life, at least small parts. And I'm not saying good parts haven't been happening. No. Work is great. Kansas City's great. I am starting vocal lessons this week. I haven't taken a proper vocal lesson in about 3 years. Ever since I moved back from New York. I feel like since I moved back from New York, it has been a climb, to say the least. I had to have surgery, and I've been building up to, ever since then, finding what my purpose is in life, finding what I'm supposed to do, finding what I love to do, finding what makes me happy. So, here I am. I'm trying to better my life. I am doing yoga again every morning. I am working out. I am eating healthy. I am in therapy. I start vocal lessons this week. I take new headshots in a couple weeks. I am submitting my resume to theaters around me because I miss theater. I miss performing. I miss being on a stage. I feel like that is one thing that has kept me, sane, alive. These past few years is the passion of performing and telling a story and emoting your personal emotions into a character, into a plot, into a story. So I need that again. And I think it's finally time to let that in again. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I keep telling myself, you can only go up from here. And I completely believe that. I have great things coming. Great things ahead. So that's what I have to look forward to. I'm so sorry again that you had to watch this soapbox. I just feel like I needed to be honest with you guys. I will keep doing videos. It is a big time consumer, but I love it, and now that I'm finally feeling good again, I will have the passion to sit down and do it. If you have made it to the end of this video, good for you. I'm surprised you did. I am a dramatic little ball of fluff, of mess. But again, if you did make it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Stay tuned. I have so much more than just me crying coming up. yeah, I love you all. And I will see you very soon. As for now, I am saying goodbye.